everyone, it's Jillian and welcome to today's super fun video. So today we have another extreme slime makeover video and I am loving creating these videos at the moment. I love the challenge of taking an older slime and transforming it into something brand new, and I never know how it's going to turn out, so it's always a bit of a surprise. The first makeover is going to be on this old scented slime by Amy Slime that I had lying around, and this is Peach Green Tea Lemonade. So it's a peach themed clay based slime. So I thought that I could make this into a tutti fruity fruit salad themed slime. So the first thing I did was empty it into a bowl to see what I was working with, and then I found this cute little peach charm hidden in there, so I just set that aside so I could use it later on in another slime. So here I'm just mixing it back together to make sure that it's as close to one consistency as possible. It is an older slime, so I decided that I needed this slime to be as melted as possible so that it would be easier to mix the ingredients in. So I just added a dash of glycerin and mixed it all together. Then I decided to make this a bright lemon banana yellow. I was kind of going for a bright banana yellow, as you can see. It went kind of neon orange, but once I added the other ingredients, it did tone it down a little bit, which was perfect. So then I went in with a few pumps of lotion and just a little bit of shaving foam, and this did lighten up the color, which was great because it was a little bit bright. So I just mixed this all together, and then I went in with my scents. Now this originally had a peach scent, which was perfect, so I just wanted to add to that. So I took some of my fruity scents and mixed these in, and it smelled so amazing. It just smelled like an amazing summery beach island. It smelled just like fruit salad and I was obsessed with it. Then I started to reactivate the slime, and it actually reactivated into the nicest texture of slime. It reactivated so quickly, but I decided that I wanted to go for a more unique texture with this, so I decided to add a little bit of instant snow powder, and I slightly transformed it into a cloud cream. It wasn't a full cloud cream, but it definitely had a little bit of drizzle and an awesome texture, and it was going to hold its shape, which is what I wanted, and it was so cool. And oh my gosh, the scent was so summery and I loved it. Now I decided that this slime needed some more color, so to do that I took these foam Java chips in some bright fruit salad inspired colors, and I just started cutting them up into little pieces, and this looked so cool, and I was going to place this at the bottom of the slime. Now setting that aside, I decided to make a custom sprinkles mix. I'm loving doing this at the moment, so I'll just take a little bowl and start mixing a few different sprinkles together until I get a sprinkle mix that I'm happy with, and this one's just super fruity and bright and colorful, and I just kept adding more and more sprinkles until I was happy with it. So now it's time to actually assemble my fruit salad inspired slime. Now to assemble the slime, I just placed the Java chips in the bottom of a container and then topped it off with the bright yellow fruit salad inspired slime, and I loved the layered look. I then added these super adorable little fruit beads that I had been wanting to use for so long, and I thought this was the perfect chance. Then just going in with my little customized sprinkle mix, I just place this on top. And then for the most important part of my fruit salad is the big fruit inspired charms. So I have a plastic banana charm, and then I also added a cute little strawberry charm, and then I'm pretty sure this is a grapefruit, and I just love the pop of color from it. So here we have the slime before. It was a really nice slime, but it definitely could do with a bit of a makeover because it was quite old and I'd been saving it for a makeover, and I'm so excited and so happy that it turned out into this amazing fruit inspired slime. I feel like this should be called Tutti Fruity Slime. It's so colorful, there's so much going on. I love the layered effect with the Java chips sitting at the bottom, and honestly, looking at the top of it, it just makes me so happy seeing all the different kinds of fruit. Let me know what you think of this slime makeover, and the actual texture of the slime is so unique, and it's got that amazing fresh scent and a bright yellow, and it's great for drizzling, and I just really loved this slime makeover. I feel like it was a 10 out of 10. Now for the second slime makeover, I'm actually going to be using two slimes for this makeover. So one is from Slime New York and one is from Peachy Babies. So starting off with the Slime New York one, this is a cappuccino inspired slime. Now it's quite recent, so it's still very activated, but I felt like it was a perfect candidate for a slime makeover. It was quite simple and quite basic, and I just saw a lot of potential in this slime. So the first thing I did was add it to a bowl. Now, like I said, it is quite a recent slime, so as you can see, it's still perfectly activated. So I just went in with some glycerin and started mixing it in to make it as melted as possible, because trying to add ingredients to a slime that's already activated can be quite difficult and quite messy, especially when I try and add scents and food coloring. It's just easier if it's more like a glue texture, and I can always reactivate it. So this is my secret tip for making slimes. I like using glycerin to deactivate. So here it looks like chocolate cake batter. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. I wanted the color to be a little bit more intense, so I added some brown food coloring and mixed it in. Now I'm going for a cookie dough inspired slime, so I was really happy with the base of this slime, and there wasn't that much that I had to do to it besides really change the scent and just add a few little finishing touches. So first I added some super sweet cookie inspired scents, and these smelled amazing. Because this is going to be a cookie dough inspired slime, I decided to add these fake choc chip pieces, and it already had something like this in the slime, so I was happy to add these, and it just added another texture, and I think it looked really cool, and it made it look so realistic. These little choc chip pieces look so real. I was so surprised at how amazing they looked. Then it was time to reactivate the slime, and this slime did need quite a bit of reactivating just because of how melted I made it with the glycerin, but it did get there in the end. It was still a little bit sticky, so I decided to add some Daiso clay to transform it into a butter slime, and this really helped and made it an awesome texture. Now it's time to give the second slime a makeover, and this is an old slime that I have from Peachy Babies, and this is actually M&M cookie, so it's already a cookie inspired slime, so it's perfect for this slime makeover. So the first thing I did was scrape out all the little foam beads and just get rid of these because I didn't want these in the final slime. So as you can see, I'm not actually left with that much slime. It was already a small slime to begin with. It had deflated a lot, and then once I removed the little foam beads, I wasn't left with that much slime, and I didn't want this to go to waste, so I decided to add a little bit of my own glue. Now I do know that this is cheating, but I didn't want to just waste this slime, and I wanted it to look how I wanted it to look, if that made sense. So I decided to add some glue just so I could get the final result that I wanted, and I mixed this in, and it made it such a pretty cookie batter inspired looking slime. Look how smooth it looks. Anyway, moving on, I'm adding a little bit of conditioner here and mixing that all together. And then I also decided to add some baby oil just to make it as glossy and soft as possible. Now again, going with that cookie dough theme, I'm adding a very sweet cookie dough inspired scent. We've got chocolate and sugar cookie here. I'm loving mixing scents. At the moment, I feel like a little scientist when I'm adding these to my slimes. So just mixing that together, I also added a little bit of brown food coloring just because it was a little pale in color and I thought that it would just disappear with the other slime. So just adding a little bit of brown food coloring. Now for the best part of this slime, instead of adding choc chips to this one, I actually have these little rainbow, I guess you'd call them rainbow chocolate chips. I don't know what these are. I found them on Etsy and I decided to mix it in, and it reminded me of a rainbow inspired cookie. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. It was like a funfetti inspired cookie, and I had so much fun mixing this all together. You could see all the rainbow little sprinkles poking out, and I'm so happy that I decided to do this. I wasn't sure what it was going to look like, but it looked awesome. So then I just reactivated the slime. Now it was a little bit tough, so I decided to add a couple of pumps of lotion at the end and mix it all together, but I was really happy with how this slime turned out, and oh my gosh, I love the rainbow effect from those sprinkles. Now that the two slimes have had their makeover, it's time for everything to come together. So I just swirled the two slimes together and I loved the way this looked in the container. It turned out exactly how I was hoping it would, and we have two very different but very awesome cookie dough inspired slimes, and together they had the most amazing scent and texture. So I decided to top it off with more of those little chocolate chips, some fun sprinkles, I love these rainbow ones, and then of course we needed some cookie inspired charms, and these are actually what inspired this slime. I saw these charms and I was like, oh my gosh, they are so cute, I need to use them. And I also topped it off with a cute little milk charm just to go along with the cookie theme, milk and cookies. So here's the slimes before. They were both, I don't know, kind of boring. They definitely were in need of a makeover, and here is the after. This is the ultimate cookie dough inspired slime. We've got two different cookie dough slimes going on here with two very different textures. Then it's topped off with some super fun sprinkles, including these awesome rainbow ones for a pop of color. And then of course we have that adorable little milk carton sitting in the middle, looking so kawaii and fun. And I love this slime so much. It smelled amazing. Everything about it was adorable. And honestly, both these slime makeovers turned out so perfect, and I just had so much fun with them. Let me know which slime makeover was your favorite. I can't choose. I love them both so much, and I'm so happy with how they both turned out. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!